Hey, man, we're going straight in this week, man. I got my personal homie up in here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this guy right here, I was just so happened to have a dictionary in my house the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I look up the word work ethic.
Wow.
And a picture of this guy was right there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be damned.
My brother.
You the definition of work ethic?
Yeah, man.
Hustle, grind, success, resilience.
Yes.
Like, man, I got the one, the only, Chaney in the building.
Yeah.
What's happening, gang?
I'm good, brother. I'm honored to see you, man.
Man.
You my brother. So this
Facts.
Yeah, this just feel like, like a family reunion right quick.
Nah, facts. Oh, man, I forgot my introduction, man. Tech Runners Podcast start right now. Yee!
Check Runners. Check Runners.
Hey, okay. House of Fresh. Yeah, boy. They got the red and black fires, baby. Hey.
Put that shit on. Put that shit on.
Oh, well, I'm about to kill him.
Put that shit on.
Hey, how much I owe you?
Okay, that's gonna be $3,200 with 58 cents.
So what now? I think this must be the wrong bag, cause I got all my stuff off the clearance aisle.
Put that shit on. Put that shit on.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the biggest podcast in the world, Chat Runners Podcast, baby. I am your favorite cousin at the cookout, Rico Ramirez.
Yeah.
And if you can't tell by now, I'm country than a bowl of grits, and I love it, baby.
My brother. I'm telling you, man.
But I'm gonna wake him up, boy.
Nah, facts.
I'm gonna wake him up.
The energy, bro.
Man, Trey, man, I'm glad you finally came here to kick it with your boy, man. We've been trying to put this together, man, for a little grip, man.
Yeah, man, we have.
Dog, tell me this, man. I asked you off air, I gotta ask you again.
Yeah.
Who is Lil Shorty, the beautiful little person in your video, your smash record? Know the feeling, man. Who is Shorty? Cause she going crazy, boy.
Man, her name is Abira Green. That's my sister. That's my family. Just in case y'all may not know, we both starred on HBO Max Limited series We Own This City.
She was in that joint?
Yeah, she played a dancer in it. You know what I'm saying? And John Berthal, their scene was like powerful, you know. But I had told Abira, because before we even knew that we was on the same HBO series, I had seen her out at premieres, you know, different premieres for like Saints and Sinners. She showed up to support me, and we just always supported each other. And I told her, I said, Abir, when I do this video for this record that I got, it's called Know the Feeling, I can't picture no other person in the video, no other woman except her. And my angle with that was, I seen Abir dance one night at one of the premiere parties.
Yeah.
And I was looking at her, me and my wife was looking at her, and I was like, I gotta use Abir Green for something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, and then the relationship has always just been solid. You know, everything I ever said I was gonna do with her, I did it. Everything she ever said she was gonna do with me, she did it. So it's a solid relationship, man. And I love Abir, man. And Know the Feeling is that's definitely a huge record, huge video. Shout out to one badass drummer who set the drums on fire in his backyard.
Wow, that was
I am Don Juan, who shot, edited, and directed the video. Let me tell y'all something about Don Juan. We're 14 videos in, and literally, if I called him right now, like say if I called him on a Monday morning, and say I got this idea for this video. Let's work it out. Let's work the budget out. Let's shoot it today. I've never seen nobody work as fast as him. He'll have the video ready the next day.
wow.
I've never seen, and there might be other video directors or directors out there to do this, but I am Don Juan, literally, will shoot my video on a Monday. We'll have it ready by Tuesday. I'll be sending it in to get closed captioning by Wednesday. And it might be airing on BT, MTV by Saturday. Not might, it will be.
Wow.
So that's how I work ethic as independent, artists, is just independent creatives in this business. It's like, and we giving you quality. People look at these videos and they like, man, this is crazy. But we always gonna give you something that's gonna really stick and hit home.
Nah, bro, I'm proud of you, man. And that record, man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I hold that record near and dear, man, because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Don't you know the feeling?
Started from the bottom, now we stacked them to the ceiling.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's the part right there. We hear that. Lord. Boy, I'm going to call the Holy Ghost, boy.
That's it.
Boy,
Man, I'm telling you, man. Like, man, I can always... Rico, let me just tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, man, with this whole platform, and your energy from day one when we met has always been just up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what, creatives like us, man, we more of an inspiration and motivation for, other creatives never to give up. Whether you're in the music business, whether you're an actor, whether you're a painter or artist, whatever.
Yeah.
But we give off that energy, man. It really just draws people in. Positive energy. And you've just always had it. That's why coming here, bro, it was just like, come on, man. I mean, and the good thing is, when you said at the beginning, it took this a while, because we both busy.
Motion.
we both got motion, and our own motion. We ain't riding off of nobody else's coattail. This is all independent. This is in-house, and we getting it.
Right, man. Hey, dog. When it comes to your work ethic, Trey,
Yeah.
how you just keep digging up that new energy, man, and just keep doing all these things, man, and walking into these facets of life, brother? I feel like you done had more rebrands and more second lives than a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Because you started at a young age.
8 years old. Yeah.
At 8 years old, bro. And you just continue to each chapter in your life to keep getting bigger and better.
Right.
Like, how you find that drive and that ingenuity, man, to just keep that motivation going to do these amazing things you doing, brother?
Well, a lot of the, I can't say a lot of, all of it, the work ethic, the hustle, the grind, it really comes from when I got my first role as an actor on The Wire. And I say that because you got to understand, my background as a hip-hop artist, which I'm still a hip-hop artist, a dancer, that was the age 8 through like 18, 19 years old. So when I was discovered by a lady named Linda Townsend back home from, D.C. I'm from Forestville, Maryland, Washington, D.C., always repping. And, when Linda Townsend discovered me, she was like, I really feel as though that you're not stage fright. You can see that because I'm on stage every night. And she said, but the only thing, I don't represent musicians. I only represent actors. So long story short, when she sent me for the audition for The Wire with Pat Moran down there in Baltimore, one of the biggest casting directors in the world, I go in the audition and I'm like, this is my first time, my first audition ever. I booked The Wire.
Wow.
But back to the work ethic, it starts when The Wire ended. Because I was on The Wire all 5 seasons from 2002 to 2008.
Facts.
So once it ended, it wasn't like Hollywood was just knocking on my door or calling the phone. So I found myself in a place like, man, this is over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything is over with, and I gotta figure out a way to stay relevant and still, you know, maintain the lifestyle, maintain the brand. And I gotta give a big shout out to my brother, my childhood brother, Torrance Hall. We call him Uji Leo. During the time when The Wire had ended in 2008, I got back in contact with my brother. We always stayed in contact, but Uji, he came to me, he said, man, you need to realize you got to stop being so hard on yourself and understand that The Wire was a huge stepping stone for you to really take this independent game to another level. Because people around the world, not locally, people around the world know who Malik Pukar is from The Wire. Something clicked in my head. He said, okay, you got a book out, The Truth You Can't Betray. You got music out. You a brand. You know how to talk to people. Let's get on the streets of Washington, D.C., on 13th and F Street, down there near the Waterbender. Anybody from Washington, D.C., y'all know, Warner Theater, the shops, all of that, downtown, busy area. Man, we stood downtown on that corner through rain, sleet, and snow from 2010 to 2015. And I was just selling merch out the trunk of my car, T-shirts, my CDs. I would link up with other independent filmmakers. Shout out to my man Frank Jackson. We did this movie called Lorenzo and Monica. We did this film called Dead Money, casted Clifton Powell in it. We did 6 Hearts, 1 Beat. These were all independent filmmakers I was getting with. We were shooting our own movies. But after that, we would package them up. That's when DVDs was happening.
Yeah.
We outside on a block selling DVDs. And some people would walk up and be like, man, you Pooh from The Wire. What are you doing out here selling your own merch?
Yeah.
But my presentation was so solid. I'm like, look, you know, The Wire ended in 2008. Hollywood ain't calling my phone, so I'm going to create my own Hollywood. I'm going to create Chaney Vision Entertainment. That's me. That's my company. And I'm going to get out here on the street and just grind. And little did I know I was building a fan base while I was doing that. Because anybody that would walk up, whether they would, you know, purchase merch from me or not, I was still making that contact with them, that interaction.
Yeah.
Emails, business cards. So I'm still building this fan base that I still have to this day. You know, from people, it's a lot of people now that may not have ever even seen some of the work that I've done on television, but they remember me standing on the corner selling my merch. So I built the fan base. Next thing you know, 2015, I get a call from my brother, George Pierre, biggest casting director in the world. That's another one. George like, man, I got this project called Saints and Sinners. It's on Bounce TV. They in their first season. You know, you're going to play the son. They're going to introduce you as Rex Fisher's son. I didn't know who Rex Fisher was.
Rex Fisher with Clifton Powell,
Happened to be Clifton Powell. My OG, who I had already worked with in D.C. Cliff took me under his wing a long time ago, but when we got on the set of Saints and Sinners, I remember being introduced in the season finale of the first season. And after that, I didn't know I was coming back for season 2.
Yeah.
Shout out to Swirl Films. Shout out to Bounce TV. Next thing you know, season 2. You know, long story short again, every season, all 6 seasons, and a movie. I played the character Kendrick Murphy. So my work ethic is just like, I know at any given time, you know, things can end. So it's like, let me get up. Let me get out and get something. I got a family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so you know, wifey, the kids, it's like, I got to make sure that I'm on point so they don't ever have to worry about a thing. So work ethic for me, I'm up at 4 a.m. before everybody's up. You know, because you'll be up. Yeah,
I know.
I'm up at 4 a.m. You know, I'm praying, I'm meditating, I'm drinking water. I'm getting my mindset to win the day. You know, that's what I focus on. I focus on winning the day. And with winning the day, work ethic, hard work, dedication, commitment, consistency. These are the words that run through my head on a regular basis. And I ain't letting nothing or nobody stop that. You know, it's tunnel vision. I got straight tunnel vision. Nothing or nobody can stop me from reaching my goal.
Yeah.
Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody but you.
Nobody but me. I'm in the mirror looking at myself. I'm like, man, you guys, it's competition. I'm competing with myself. Never compete is how you compete. I don't compete with nobody. I compete with me. And I keep getting better. Like you said, we talking reinvention. I reinvent myself. You're going to see me on big television shows like BMF, Season 2, Episode 8.
Come on, man.
You're going to see me on Donald Glover and Janine Neighbors' Project Swarm.
Come on, man.
You're going to see me on Keisha Cole's biopic June 24th on Lifetime.
Come on, man.
We own this city. We celebrating 1 year of me playing Police Officer Gordon Hawk on HBO Max. But then I give you him, the video, starring Lil Meech, Young Jock, Yusef Thomas, and then I got my contortionist dancers, Jazz and Nikki. Another one, shot, edited, and directed by I Am Don Juan.
And he had it. They quit turnaround once again.
He had it in one day. And BET James, shout out to BET James. Shout out to the networks for airing it. BET James has aired it. MTV picked it up. The Hip Hop Wolf, the blogs, you know, they taking this thing, man. This is 50, allhiphop.com. I mean, Hip Hop Ties. It's so many bloggers that's taking this thing and running with it. And then we collectively, we got over 1.5 million views on TikTok. My TikTok, Trey Chaney 1. But him, I had to, you know, show these other talents. Like, okay, now I gave you Know the Feeling. Well, I gave you Chaney Vision Dreams Volume 1, 10-song album, 10 videos that shot with the album. But then I was like, let me drop these singles. So you hit him over the head with Know the Feeling. I had already knew in my head what him was going to be when I talked to my producer, CR The Show. Shout out to CR The Show. Shout out to my writing partner, E1 Letter. I knew what was up when I dropped him. But it's funny, and I'm telling this story for the first time. Getting Lil Meech in that video was actually CR The Show, my producer's idea. I was already thinking about how I wanted the video to look, but after that episode premiered of me being in BMF Season 2, Episode 8 is the character Bleak, me and CR The Show, after we had just finished cooking up him, nobody knew this was coming. CR The Show looked at me, he said, bro, you got to get Lil Meech in this. I don't know how you going to do it. I don't know how you going to get Lil Meech in this video, but you got to get him in something like this.
It fit, too.
And through the power...
I had the Raris in there.
Oh, man. Shout out to RC, my brother RC, man. Like, you know, through the power of prayer and me connecting with Lil Meech. That's like my little brother, you know what I'm saying? Connected with him, had already worked with him, but literally, I inboxed him on the gram. Bro called me. I talked to him. I said, bro, this is what I'm doing. I'm an artist. This is, I mean, Meech, to a certain extent, he knew what was going on.
Right.
But then, it's almost like, what type of value do you bring to certain situations? Me and Lil Meech got a lot of stuff brewing under the table right now. This get ready to pop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, putting that together, it wasn't as hard as I thought. But I had to come correct. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was love, man. And then Young Jock, you know, Jock pulling up. Me and Jock got a movie coming out called Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. You just did the photo shoot for that, right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know what you got going on, homeboy. I know what's going on
so
over
it was
there.
love, man. Shout out to Yusef Thomas. That's my brother. He played Roland West on BMF as well.
Yeah, Yusuf, my dog, man. He worked with us over at Country Wayne skits too.
Yeah.
Amazing talent, man. Yusuf, man, he go crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Trey, before let's stay in that wire vein right quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cause that's how I came to know you.
Yeah,
that's how I became a long-time fan. I could probably tell you every episode of The Wire right now.
Wow.
What kind of gems did you pick up first of all, brother, congratulations on that alone. Even though you done did so much
Yeah, The
since
Wire.
then,
Yeah.
bro, not everybody can say that they worked alongside Wood Harris and Idris Elba, bro.
And Michael B. Jordan.
And Michael B. Jordan, a young 16-year-old Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. And Michael K. Williams.
Michael K.
Oh my,
Williams, rest
yeah.
in peace, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, so many legends, man. Like, we please share an untold Wire story with your boy. I know you got one in the clip.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them, man. It's so funny because a lot of people don't know. You know, like when somebody walks up to you in the industry as like a radio personality or something and say, yo, I need a drop.
Right.
And you know, usually a drop is, hey, what's up? My name is Trey Chaney. You rocking right now on the, you know, whatever the thing is.
Right.
Idris Elba was the first person that taught me what a drop was because I had no idea. You know, Idris Elba is a DJ as well.
What?
So Idris was like, I need you to do a drop for this project he was doing as far as being a DJ. I think it was like a mixtape.
Right.
And I'm like, what is it? He like, yeah, just say your name and say the name of the, you know, man, and I'm telling you, that thing took me long as I don't know what to like figure out until I finally figured it out. But Idris Elba was definitely the first person that taught Trey Chaney what a drop was, a radio drop.
Wow.
And then I finally got the hang of that. And another thing, man, you know, I was considered the young buck on set because I wasn't even 21 yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when I first started working on The Wire, I wasn't 21. I was just getting ready to turn 21, like in the middle of the season. So I remember I always used to try to go out with all of them, but I couldn't get in the club. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even though I was on The Wire, but I don't think it had premiered yet.
Right.
And I remember times, man, when they used to roll, I used to be like, man, I feel left out. You know what I'm saying? But all of those guys, Wood Harris is my brother. Idris Elba is my brother. Michael B. Jordan is my brother. I haven't seen Michael B. Jordan in quite a long time. You know what I'm saying? But I know if I see him, it's love. J.D. Williams, who played Bodie, you know, that's my right-hand man. We on a Putin Bodie tour right now, you know, where we touring different cities, different states, and really just bringing that Wire energy, letting our fans ask us all types of questions about the show. What was it like working together on the show? What was it like just being around those type of huge stars on the show? And, you know, everybody collectively is just like, one thing about the Wirecast, we always were family. You know what I'm saying? We always had a family-oriented cast. And
I could tell.
yeah, and with that, it was just always love. It's still love, man. Like we still, we still, you know, it's been some very tough, you know, obstacles within our Wirecast. You know, rest in peace to Lance Reddick. You know, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, Prop Joe. I mean, it's a couple of the cast members or the, you know, the influencers that was a part of the Wire that are no longer here in the physical form.
Right.
But their energy is still here. Energy never dies.
No.
But yeah, man, you know, those were some of the stories, man. I know my man Lawrence Gilliard Jr., who played D'Angelo. He'll tell you right now, everything from asking him where's my trailer, hair and makeup, what is this? I asked him questions every single day. I felt like I was bugging him, but he always used to be like, nah, you ain't bugging me, bro. You knew this your first joint, you just don't know. But every time I would ask Larry a question, he always answered it. Wood Harris, same way. Wendell Pierce. I mean, all of the actors and actresses on the Wire were just, you know, we were all tight. And to reconnect with them on We Own the City, us playing cops, Jamie Hector, you know what I'm saying? Delaney Williams, and Dominique Lombardozzi. I mean, just to reconnect with all of those brothers. Anwan Big G Glover, you know, that's my brother from DC. That's family for life. But to connect with all of them when We Own This City, we come back 20 years later as cops, it's just like full circle moment for me.
Right,
man.
right.
A lot of great highlights and great experiences in my career.
Tell me this, bro. It's check runners.
Check runners all day.
So be all the way real. And then this your boy now. This ain't one of these little industry cats now.
Yeah.
This your people now.
Facts.
As a 20-year-old Trey Chaney,
Yeah.
what was the biggest check you got from The Wire? And what was you spending your money on at the time? Because, you know, as 20-year-olds, we getting a bag early.
Yeah.
We not really necessarily spending it on the things we need to spend. We're not making proper investments. We running through it.
Yeah.
So
you
tell
know
me
what?
that.
The biggest, I'm gonna say collectively, it was close to 6 figures, but it wasn't 6 figures.
Right.
But I mean, when you talking around that range, close to, I'm gonna be honest with you. At 20, I blew that money. I ain't gonna lie. I just was blowing it on anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still living with my mother and father. Like, you know,
While you was shooting The Wire?
while I was shooting The Wire, I was still living in my mother and father's basement.
Wow.
Yeah, until I didn't move out of my mom and dad's house until I got married. Until I got married.
How long you been married?
Man, I'm going on 18 years of marriage.
18?
Yeah.
That's another thing I want to ask you, dog.
18 years of marriage. No, I'm going on 19 years of marriage. We've been married for 18.
You think it was in the beginning? I know right now you got a hold of thing, but in the beginning, was it a huge challenge being married
Yeah.
when you in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said it wasn't a huge challenge. In the beginning, you know, me and my wife got married in 2004. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you was still doing The Wire?
Yeah, I was still doing it.
Oh, damn, you hot.
I was still doing The Wire. You know, just the challenges of being young. Because I got married young.
Right.
You know, so just the challenges of being young and being on a hot show and the women, you know, constantly coming at you. And just different obstacles, period. But it was never no disrespect to my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was never none of that. But, you know, coming up, it was certain things in our marriage that had to get checked.
Like what?
You know? I mean, just the way my approach might have been, my response might have been to women that may have been coming at me.
Yeah.
My response might have been a little too friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and then
right.
wifey like, well, that's not, I mean, just being in the industry alone, period. Because, you know, nowadays, man, and you can speak on this, man, some women don't really care if you married. It's almost like if you got a ring on your finger, some women like, hey, all right, bet.
Yeah.
That mean I don't got really whatever, we could do our thing, and then you go back home to wifey.
They who got all the chicks, all the married dudes. I can't get a girlfriend because all the married men got them. They like, why you single, Rico?
Yeah.
I ain't married.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as I get married, I'm going to have a team.
It seems like that's what it seemed like. It seemed like the married men are the ones that got it the most difficult.
Bruh.
It's difficult. But you know what, man? Like I said, man, being married for 18 years to my wife, Aisha Chaney, it's a blessing. You know what? I was just thinking about that today. You know, watching each other mature even more. We getting older, so changes happen as you get older because we ain't getting no younger. But still being able to, you know, maintain our responsibilities, still be in love, still, you know what I'm saying, still do everything together. Watching our son, man, this getting ready to graduate from high school next year. It's like,
A bit, dog.
wow. You know, I mean, just the family in itself, like me and my wife, it's like that union that we established back in 2004 when we said I do to 18 to 20-something years later, 18 years of marriage. But it's, you know, it's great, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. She happy. She don't never gotta lift a finger a day in her life. I've already established that. You know what I'm saying? So it's love.
That's dope, man. Cause man, it would have been hard for me to shoot that scene when Avon came home.
Yeah.
And I had like, man, it was
strippers.
a very comfortable situation going on up in there.
Yeah.
It was a vibe, man. Like,
Yeah.
what? And then the man, what's the guy name? He had got out of jail. He was an old hitman, but he opened the boxing gym. What's his name, man?
Chad Coleman.
Man, amazing actor.
Yeah.
Cuddy.
Yeah.
Man, them scenes when like y'all put Cuddy on and like I was like, bro, I know they was in there cutting up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. But you know what? Being actors and artists in this industry and maintaining a level of professionalism on set, we know because I mean, even with women being on set, whether they have dress, whether they naked, or you still gotta kind of like take that approach. Like, okay, are you comfortable with this? Everybody has to be comfortable, so nobody gets uncomfortable, and then it could get ugly. If one of them ladies, or even a man, if somebody get uncomfortable, it could be like, all right, it's a whole nother issue.
Yeah.
So I think with any, like love scenes in television films, you could just see the level of comfort, that needs to be established first.
Facts, man. And I'm learning from being around a lot of actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to kind of like catch feelings for somebody, like say if a female come in and she playing my love interest, and we gotta be kissing and doing all this stuff every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy to like start really feeling this person in real life.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that could happen. You seen plenty of actors and actresses say they met on set,
Right.
and then they might be married with a family. Because that chemistry. It's the chemistry.
Right.
It's the chemistry.
Hey, it's your favorite cousin at the cookout, Rico Ramil. Check out my brand new book, Get Rich and Praise God, man, on Amazon.com right now. Everything you need to learn how to secure that bag like a boss is right here in this book, man. I went from sleeping in a 1984 Buick LeSabre to living full-time off the gifts I was born with. And I want to show you how to do the same thing, man. Get Rich and Praise God, man, on Amazon.com right now.
Especially when y'all actually like each other in real life. And it doesn't even have to be the romance part of it, but you got to understand, on set, you spend, especially on TV shows or movies, you're going to spend a lengthy amount of time with that partner, that same partner. So things could, things could go to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, Trey, are you the king of Tubi?
Am I the king of Tubi? Yes.
And how much stock do you own in Tubi?
Am I the king of Tubi?
Let me find out you the co-owner over there.
Now, the stock part in Tubi, nah. But most of those movies that you see me in on Tubi, I call myself the king of Tubi because most of those movies that you see on Tubi that I'm in, I am an executive producer.
Facts.
I am an executive producer. I'm not just getting a check up front and then that's it. And I'm watching these numbers on these Tubi movies go up. And special shout out to my brother, James Hunter, for making that happen for me. Because James Hunter out there in Orlando, Florida, Sean Amarginas, those are my partners out there in Orlando. And majority of these Tubi movies now, we established at a very early stage when I started doing them with them. And I'm talking about us financing them, putting up our own bread, shooting them, getting them over to Tubi.
Right.
But like I said, just watching those numbers add up, my brother James Hunter, man, First Dibs Productions, Entertainment, like this brother taught me kind of like, hey, bro, this the way that we got to move. You know what I'm saying? This is the way that we have to move when it comes to getting in these movies. We can't just get no check up front no more and just buy.
Right.
We gotta get some we got equity in these movies that we putting out.
That back end.
That back end bread.
Back end, boys.
That quarterly check that you look at and be like, man, I did this without Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about at the end of the day. It's like, all right, Hollywood, y'all might take a minute to call my phone. So I'm going to run it up over here. And I'm going to run it up, and we going to run it up to a point where you looking at them bags and you like, I just got paid more than what they would have gave me anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Break this down for me, cause a lot of people, this like a question. Like a lot of people always. I be in a lot of different circles, and I meet a lot of up and coming creators. Say this: I'm a new creative. I have a vision to make films, independent films. How do I go about, producing my film and getting it on Tubi and really just seeing some real paper off it, man? Like, break all that down, man, because people be thinking, like, Tubi's money something to sneeze at.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And, man, and I be hearing some things about that Tubi money.
Well, it you know what? Like you just said, as a creative, first of all, I'm not gonna say any of this is easy. You know what I'm saying? But the way we working as a creative, almost like coming to us. Like, okay, you establish a team, you establish who's gonna write the script, who's gonna shoot it, who's gonna produce it. Like, so the first thing is getting the right team together.
Right.
Budget wise, a lot of times the first thing actors and creatives say is, man, we don't got the money for it. But this is when, like I said, the not easy part comes in. Who is willing to go that extra mile without receiving something up front? Who's willing to get the major benefit on the back end? So a lot of these movies that we shoot are with our own friends. Like Marquise Moore, that's my brother. Jamal Willard. That's Jamal Willard is the king of Tubi as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you and him.
Yeah.
You and him like top of the food chain.
And we in a whole bunch of different films together. But we collectively are doing these together. So, building a team, having your team right, getting the movie shot, however long it take. I mean, because you don't want nothing rushed.
Right.
But it's other distributors out here that can take you straight to Tubi. Like Swirl Films right now, who I work with on Saints and Sinners. They got situations where they can take you right to Tubi. Me and James Hunter take you right to Tubi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just... And then, make sure that paperwork together. I always say that. I mean, it's cool. Brothers like us, we dap up, we shake on a deal, but have that paperwork established. Make sure all of the information with the bank accounts, all that stuff is right.
Okay.
And that's what I would suggest. I take it back to letting these creatives know, though, it's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, those are the steps that I took. I'm just kind of like giving people the steps that I took.
Wow.
And that I continue to take.
That's dope, man. That's a real inspiration, man, because I like platforms such as Tubi because it shows how much power is still in the hands of the creative. We didn't really, that same power didn't exist 20 years ago like it did now. Yeah. So I'm glad, you and guys like Jamal can come out, man, and get these producer checks, man,
right.
Still act in the film and go about your business and get some on the back end and just continue to create, man, at a high level, man. So I salute you for that, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
like,
man.
for real. I remember I met you at a Secret Society premiere.
Yeah. I was in part 1 and 2.
Yeah. You were doing your thing, and I was like, man, at the time when I met you, I had no idea that your work ethic was that crazy.
Yeah.
I knew you got busy.
Yeah.
But boy, I ain't know you was like in the kitchen for real. Yeah. Like, boy, like Waffle House chef late. Man, come on, man.
My brother, man. No, I'm telling you, man. Hey, shout out to Miyasha Coleman, Rich Coleman, Jamal Hill, man, Erica Pinkett, Raina Love, man, Vivica Fox, man, Secret Society. Let me tell you, I'm still eating off Secret Society. Like, when I did part 1, when I played O, you talking, man, appearances, man, people reaching out to me for other films, casting me for other projects, all for them seeing my role in Secret Society. So I gotta really big up, Miyasha Coleman. You know what I'm saying? The whole crew, Jamal Hill. I mean, those are my family, and right now, man, just working on all these different projects, it inspired me to start creating my own, I got to give a big shout out to my partner, Brett Rosen, over at RB Capital Partners, Inc. We just executive produced a Naughty Chris Mess story. You know what I'm saying? And Darren Brand is in it. Mojo Brooks, Shaka Balamani, Man with the Voice is in it. A whole bunch of different. It's a comedy, and it's part 2 to Thanksgiving roast. Because remember when I did Thanksgiving roast, the comedy.
Right.
This is A Naughty Christmas Story is part 2, and my man Super Coop, he back on. He's shooting it. Trey Walker wrote it. It's an amazing body of work that y'all gonna see in this film. It's gonna be the biggest comedy of the year. I can already stamp that. And like I said, man, my partners, man, Brett Rosen, RB Capital Partners Inc. We producing a couple of different projects that we can't even speak about now that's coming out this year, next year.
But you get busy, man. I don't know when you go to sleep.
I get my sleep. I get rest, man. A lot of people don't know this, man. I take a lot of power naps. And I get my rest. I mean, me waking up at 4 in the morning, being able to boom, 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 hit everything like I got to hit everything on point. Yeah, man, it's rest that come with that. And I'm on that, you know what I'm saying, that black seed oil, man. I'm taking my vitamins, man.
Okay.
I'm staying healthy. Wifey keeping me healthy, man. Shout out to Aisha Chaney. She keeping me healthy.
Shout out to wifey, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to wifey. And then, bro, we at that age where we get them power naps are vital.
Yeah, you remember when we used to, like when naps wasn't really the thing, but now taking a nap, it's like that's incorporated in our day now, taking a nap.
Yeah.
Like you like, hey, man, hold up. What time is it? I gotta be somewhere at 9. Oh, I gotta get me one in at 6 p.m. I'm gonna go to sleep for an hour.
God too. Too.
Power naps.
And it became to the point where if we hungry and sleepy, we gonna go get that nap. I eat when I get up.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
nap, man. Trey,
sure. Yes, sir.
give me your top 5 actors of all time, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. And this ain't in no particular order. Denzel Washington. Oh, man, Will Smith.
All right, hold on. My bad. Out of each name you name, give me something you take from each one of them.
Okay, so Denzel Washington. You know what? Denzel, I watched the interview with Denzel, and I revert back to like interviews, but Denzel Washington is one out of my top 5. He said whatever project comes, you have the choice to do it or not to do it. You don't got to be forced to do something that you don't want to do in television or film. Either you want to do it or you don't. So he made that very clear and simple. Sometimes roles may come across the desk where you like, this might not be right for me. I ain't doing it.
Right.
And then you'll get another role. All right, that's the one. I'm gonna do it. Boom. Will Smith, just his ability to cross over like he did as a hip hop artist, and then become one of the biggest movie stars in the world. You know, with all of the films that he's done, whether it's drama, whether it's action, whether it's comedy. That's what I take away from him, being able to just play both sides. Don Cheadle, very, very like a serious actor that takes this craft to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? And because I look at that, I pay attention to that. Man, Samuel Jackson, the hustle of Samuel Jackson, having certain what they would consider small parts and like Coming to America and the Spike Lee joints, like small stuff but to see Samuel Jackson now, like, man, he got out here and worked. That's what I take from him, his work ethic. He getting out here to work. He doing what he has to do. So who do I name so far? I named Denzel, Will Smith, Don Cheadle, Samuel Jackson, and then I'm on a 5th one, right?
Yep.
Let me see. This 5th one. You know what? And I can't even front like when people hear me say this name, that they going, man, why would you say his name? He I gotta say Damson Idris.
Okay.
I gotta give it to this young brother. Yeah, Snowfall. Okay, the 6 seasons on Snowfall. But I paid attention to his character development from season 1 to that season finale. And I was blown away. That's my peer. You know what I'm saying? These are my peers that I'm talking about. And I'm looking at this brother and I'm like, God, he bodied that role. And that's one of my favorite actors right now. Like, yeah. So I'm giving Denzel Washington, I'm giving Will Smith, Don Cheadle, Samuel Jackson, and I'm giving it to the young brother Damson Idris. I watched it and I'm like, man, he had to really go somewhere. He had to switch all these different personalities in one episode. But I mean, when you look at all the seasons, you like, okay, yeah, that.
Yeah.
But nah, I gotta give it to him. I gotta throw him in there with the legends that I just that I put in there.
So you saw the final episode?
Oh yeah.
What you tell me what you think about it?
Money is the root of all evil. You know, money is definitely the root of all evil. Money is mean. Money can make your mind trip out. You know what I'm saying? It can make your mind trip out and make you forget who was there for you in the beginning. And then also, after the money runs out, you kind of like see who who's still, who's still around, who's still there. Because once that money gone, that's when it get real. That's when you can really look at it and be like, okay, this person was there when no money was there. This person is there when I got money.
Yeah.
That and then another thing too, what I took from the episode is how we as black men, we could be used. We could be used to a point where we could be building somebody else's business up. And then anytime that they ready to snatch that business away from you,
it's a wrap.
You back in the hood. And, it was so many different lessons in that one episode, which wrapped up kind of like the whole season. Rest in peace to John Singleton. Incredible piece, with Snowfall. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's what I took from it.
Is it better than The Wire?
You know what? I ain't even being biased, but for me, nothing can compare to The Wire. Nah, nothing can compare to The Wire just because The Wire is GOAT. The Wire was first.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for The Wire, a lot of these other shows would not have shows.
Right.
If it wasn't for The Wire. You got to look at how The Wire was before its time.
It was.
We were already the drugs, the media, the educational part of it. I mean, just everything, the politics. I mean, just the whole ensemble cast from The Wire, everybody that came from the show.
Yeah.
And to now, you got a couple of us Wire guys in these shows now.
Right.
And BMF. You know what I mean? Just me playing Bleak and Woodhurst was in the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
BMF. Like you got a couple of us bouncing around. My man Chris is in Power now. You know what I'm saying? My man Banger is in Power. It's like Larry Gilliard is on Raising Kanan. Like you see The Wire. You see sprinkles of The Wire in every show now.
Right.
And when I say sprinkles of The Wire in every show, I'm talking the actors. Like people saying, I was trending for 2 weeks straight off of my episode in BMF because right after my episode for BMF premiered, then I pop up in Donald Glover and Janine Neighbors' incredible series Swarm on Amazon Prime. So, but the trend was Poot from The Wire in BMF, Poot from The Wire in Swarm, Poot from so The Wire is just like, and I probably never could run away from the name Poot. Like they gonna keep calling me that probably for the rest of my life, which is fine. I ain't mad at it because I'm like, man, The Wire's what got me. The experience from being on that show got me to this level.
That just go to show, how much of a staple that character was for the culture.
Yeah.
So that's a compliment.
You said it, culture. Everything. The Wire was culture, And for me to still be here over 20 years later, still in culture shows, BMF, Swarm, Keisha Cole biopic, We Own the City. These are cultural projects.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I can't do nothing but thank God. I'm blessed. I'm still here, like 20 years later, doing what I love to do, getting paid for what I love to do. Only thing I do, you know?
Man, ain't that a beautiful feeling, dog, when you can wake up in the morning and go do what you love and your lights on.
And that mortgage paid, and them car notes is paid, you know, and your family, they paid.
Talking about that family you got over there.
You know, yeah, man.
Double R.
Yeah, man. Everything is paid, man. And then just being, you know, someone in my family that's able to carry, you know, the Chaney legacy. Because, you know, my grandfather, he passed in 2016.
Sorry
He was
to hear that.
81. Yeah, thank you, brother. But what he established, you know, my father, you know, everybody know my father, Skip Chaney. You know, my father's a stand-up dude. My uncle, James Chaney, you know what I'm saying? Mark Chaney. Like, these guys, my uncles, my father, we always put ourselves on this type of level, you know, always carrying the legacy, always being family oriented, making sure everybody in the family good, carrying ourselves, knowing that we got responsibilities, holding our own, you know what I'm saying, holding our own down. And for me to still be in the business and, you know, showing them, you know, I'm the youngest out, you know, so
Right.
they looking at me like, man, like my father, you know, he probably my biggest fan ever. You know what I'm saying? My uncles, they probably like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like, man, Trey is our biggest fan, you know.
Right.
So I'm just blessed, man, to still be representing my name. You know what I'm saying?
Legacy, man.
Legacy.
Man, that's a dope way to close this episode out, man. Like,
know?
you came through dropping some gems, man. You know, like priceless.
Thank you, brother.
Like priceless, man. Oh yeah, big salute to everybody over there, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the people over there at Spotify. Oh yeah, big salute to everybody, all the viewers over there on YouTube, man. We just hit 10,000 subscribers yesterday, man. Yeah. The God be the glory, man. Hey, I appreciate my brother, man, Trey
man.
Chaney, coming through, chopping it with me, man. Man, this guy could probably sit and talk all day.
For 10 hours.
Cause you got two people that love to talk.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, Trey, I know you got an amazing career ahead of you, brother.
Thank you, man.
And I just want to say congratulations, man. And just know, brother, that God about to take you places, man, that you probably thought that you imagined, but you couldn't even visualize because the vision he had for your life was just too big, brother.
Bro, you really first of all, thank you for that. But you really, your energy is next level. I ain't never had an introduction like I had in the beginning. And this outro that you just did was incredible. Anytime you need me to come back here to check runners, man, I'm here.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Hey, man, we gone, but always remember,
Yeah.
when you do what you do it like you're doing it for TV. And we gone. You bitch? Yeah. Hey.